Welcome back, students. This is life process of the last video regarding excretion. So excretion is removal of waste products, is called as removal of waste products. You call it as excretion. And excretion first we'll see in plants, because plants, they do not have any special excretory organs for their excretion. The waste products that are formed in plants, sometimes even oxygen can be called as a waste products, which is formed during photosynthesis process, because they are using carbon dioxide there. And sometimes when they take up respiration, carbon dioxide can also be formed. They take in oxygen, leave out carbon dioxide. Such gases, when they are formed, they leave out of the plants by simple diffusion process out of the cell. And water is excess water. It is not simply water. Excess water is removed out of the plant cells by the process called transpiration. So transpiration is loss of water in form of water vapor. Other solid substances which are to be removed from the cells are usually present in the vacuoles. They are stored in the vacuoles of the plant cells, because plants always have a large vacuole. They are going to be stored in those vacuoles, and it can be either it is either put out or it is not. When it is put out, it is usually present in the older leaves, which are going to fall off, so that they take out the waste product within them. Other ways, they can be stored, that is, the waste are usually stored inside the dead cells of the plant, because plants, they are going to have more number of dead cells within their body, and those dead cells can have these unwanted substances within them. So this is a simple process of excretion, which is not done by any special organs in plants. Coming to animals, there are different organs for excretion. And in higher classes, you will be studying about different organs, names, and what is their function in the excretion in those animals. In case of humans, kidneys are the excretory organs. Kidneys are going to be the organs, and their functional unit is called as nephrons, which are going to actually eliminate the substance present, that is the waste that is present in the body, and convert it into urine, and that urine is excreted by kidneys. So first we'll see about the excretory system. The organs of excretory system. The excretory system consists of two kidneys, which are going to be more or less bean shaped. So these are the kidneys, right and left kidney, and from the kidney, urine is going to be formed inside kidney, and from kidney, urine is taken out of the kidney by two tubular structures called as ureter. And this ureter is going to enter into a small bag-like structure, which is going to temporarily store this urine for a short period of time. This small sac-like structure is called as urinary bladder. And from urinary bladder, urine is excreted out to the external through a small tube-like structure again, which is called as urethra. So this is the excretory system. So where is this kidneys forming the urine from? It is going to be the purified blood. So blood is going to enter into kidney through renal artery. So entry of blood is going to be by renal artery. This blood passes on into the nephron. Unwanted substances are being filtered inside these nephron. Urine is formed and that is to be excreted. And the blood that is entering into nephrons after purification comes out of the kidney, which is called as the renal vein. So this is the renal vein that is going to take blood out of the kidney after purification. So what is this kidney is? The kidney is the organ where actually urine is formed, and this urine formation happens inside kidney with the help of nephrons. And now coming to a nephron. Nephron, it is called as the structural and functional unit of kidney, and they are going to help to eliminate waste substances from the body, and also they are going to help to reabsorb all important substances back into the blood. So this is the functions of a nephron, and this nephron is a long tubular structure. It is nearly 2 to 3 centimeter in its length, but it is tubular and it is going to be highly coiled, so it fits into the kidney. And nephrons, they are going to be nearly 1 million nephrons. 1 million nephrons per kidney. So though their length is going to be nearly 3 centimeters, they are highly coiled and they are very smaller units that fit into the kidneys. Coming to the structure of nephron, the first part of nephron, it starts with a cup-shaped structure. And this cup-shaped structure that is present in the nephron, the first part of nephron, it is called as Bowman's capsule. And within this Bowman's capsule, so it is a cup-like structure. We have taken a cross section, so it is looking like this. Inside this cup-shaped structure, there is going to be the blood vessels that are present. So this is the blood vessel that is entering into the Bowman's capsule. So these are going to be the branches. Though I am drawing it in a different way, here it indicates that these are the branches. So it is going to form so many branches inside. The blood vessel that is entering into the Bowman's capsule, it is called as afferent arteriole, and that is leaving out of Bowman's capsule is called as efferent arteriole. So blood is going to enter into the nephrons through afferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole is actually a branch of the renal artery. So renal artery branches to form afferent arterioles. Afferent arterioles are going to enter inside the Bowman's capsule, form branches. And these branches of afferent arteriole, these are nothing but capillaries. So arterioles are going to branch to form capillaries. These capillaries are called as glomerulus. It is called as glomerulus. Here, a Bowman's capsule and glomerulus is together called as Malpighian corpuscle. It is called as a Malpighian corpuscle. And so blood is going to be filtered inside this Bowman's capsule except for blood cells and proteins. So blood cells and proteins are going to remain back in the blood itself, and the remaining part, that is the liquid part, the plasma, the cells and proteins will not filter. The remaining part of plasma is going to get filtered into the Bowman's capsule. So by the time it passes, so blood is not going to stop here and filter, it is keeping in movement, it is in movement. During the movement, the time taken to travel from here to here, it is the time when it is getting filtered. So a little amount is going to get filtered here. So this filtered substance can contain important gases, important salts, food like glucose, amino acids, it will get filtered here. So next part is going to be a highly tubular long part of the nephron. So I am just making it only 2 twists so to show that it is highly coiled. This is the highly coiled portion of the nephron, which is called as the PCT. PCT means Proximal Convoluted Tubule. Proximal means closer. The tube that is closer to Bowman's capsule is called as proximal. Convoluted because it is highly coiled. So it is called as PCT, Proximal Convoluted Tubule. In Proximal Convoluted Tubule, all important substances like glucose, amino acids, and some amount of water are reabsorbed back. That is, from the nephrons, they enter back into the space in between the kidney. And the next part of kidney is again a long tubular structure, which is a U-shaped tube that is present within the kidney, which is called as this part. So this loop is called as loop of Henle, and the tube that is coming down like this is called as the descending limb, and the moving upward, which is moving upward, is called as ascending limb. And this loop of Henle is going to decide the concentration of urine. So how much water has to be excreted, how much should not be excreted, all is decided by this Henle's loop. The next is again a tubular coiled structure. This tubular coiled structure is called as DCT, which is distal convoluted tubule. So distal means away from Bowman's capsule, convoluted because it is coiled and it is a tubular structure, distal convoluted tubule. And this DCT is going to decide the ions that has to be excreted and that has to be reabsorbed back into the body. The next part, that is that this DCT is going to open into a long tubular structure, which is called as the collecting duct. And this collecting duct is a structure which is going to be common for 8 to 10 nephrons. So nearly 8 to 10 nephrons are going to join to one collecting duct, and this collecting duct is going to decide again the water that is going to be excreted out. How much of water has to be excreted out is decided by collecting duct, and this functions under the control of a hormone called as ADH. ADH is anti-diuretic hormone. So based on how much amount of this hormone is present, that much amount of water would be reabsorbed back into the body, and the remaining is going to be excreted. And from nephron, so now in nephron, urine is being formed. This urine is taken by the collecting duct. So the next part that is going to take is going to be the collecting duct. From collecting duct, the urine enters into the medullary pyramids present in the kidney, and from medullary pyramids the urine reaches a region called renal pelvis. This renal pelvis is going to open into ureter, and from ureter it travels to urinary bladder, which is going to store urine for a short period of time, and then from urinary bladder through urethra it is going to be excreted out. So this is the excretion process that is happening in the kidney by formation of urine. And the substance that is getting filtered here inside Bowman's capsule from blood, it is called as the nephric filtrate. And nephric filtrate is going to pass on through the complete nephron. By reaching collecting duct, it would be called as urine, because nephric filtrate can have important substances like glucose, amino acids, water, ions. இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும். இது எல்லாத்தையும் வந்துட்டு reabsorb பண்ணி பாடிக்குள்ளே திரும்ப எடுத்துட்டு collecting duct is going to have only the waste substances that has to be eliminated. So what is going to be eliminated through urine is urea, which is the nitrogenous waste of the body. So this is what is going to be eliminated through urine from the kidneys. So with this we have completed the lesson life process in biology.